Hi pearls, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you my top 10 tips for starting and growing a YouTube channel. And I'm super excited for this video. Hopefully you guys are too. I know that a lot of you might want to start a channel in the new year, or even if you already have one, hopefully these tips can help you out. So without further ado, let's get started. Tip number 1 is to find a niche. And a niche is basically a topic or category that you have your channel focused around. So for me, mine is specifically like Roblox tutorials and like Roblox GFXs. I don't have a specific name, but like you guys all have an idea of what to expect from my channel, and you should have one, because if someone is thinking about subscribing to you and they go to your channel and you have a million different types of videos posted, they're not sure what they should expect and therefore might not subscribe to you. You don't need to have a niche right away. It's totally fine to have fun and experiment a bit, but it is good to have a slight idea of what you want your channel to be centered around. So that is my first tip. The next tip is to see what is trending and put your own spin on it. So, for example, recently Christmas happened and I knew that everyone was going to post their what I got for Christmas videos, and so I basically took that and I put my own spin on it, and so I did that but in a Roblox animation form, and that was super fun, and that was my own twist on a trend. If something is trendy, it could blow up, but that is just a possibility. It might not happen. The next tip is edit your videos. This is super important because if I just sit here and I'm silent for like 10 seconds, you're gonna get bored and probably click off. So I edit my videos. I have a tutorial for both mobile devices and for computers, so there's no excuse not to. And editing is part of the process, so if you don't like editing, then probably shouldn't have a channel. I hate to break it to you, but it's part of the creative process of being a YouTuber. Editing not only makes the videos more enjoyable, but it makes everything look cleaner, and I add like captions and titles and everything like that, and editing, like, I don't know what I'd do without it, so I definitely recommend editing your videos because it'll make them so much more enjoyable for your viewers. My next tip is kind of similar to the last one, but that is to make thumbnails. I also have thumbnail tutorials for both mobile devices and computers, so again, no excuse not to. I'm just kidding, but it is really important that you have a thumbnail because that is the first thing someone will see before they even watch your video. So let's say you spend like 3 hours editing a video and you're so proud of it and you post it, but there's no thumbnail, so there's just a random screenshot of the video. Then if someone sees your video on the recommended page, they might not click on it because it just looks a bit messy, if that makes any sense. So if you make a thumbnail, it just looks cleaner and it looks like you put a lot more effort into your video, which will make people more likely to click on it. Next, I did say that finding a niche is super important because it allows your viewers and potential subscribers to see what kind of content you post, but do not be afraid to experiment. If you aren't sure exactly what you want your channel to be about, it's okay. It is totally fine to try out different things and see what you have the most fun making and what your subscribers enjoy seeing from you. You do not have to have anything set in stone when you first create a channel. It is totally fine to just play around and see what's your favorite type of content to make, what are you most excited to make, and at the end of the day, YouTube is just about having fun. And if you're not having fun, then don't do it. My next tip is to make searchable content. So vlogs and like Q&As are not always the most searchable, which makes it harder to like expose your channel to the world. If you make how-tos and like tutorial videos, those are usually a lot more searched up, and so the likelihood of your video being found by others is a lot higher. If you look at my most popular videos, you will see that they are all tutorials because that's where people are searching for and it's easier for them to find. Whereas if I posted like a vlog, which I haven't, but if I did, I probably wouldn't get found by that many people because no one knows who I am really. I have like a small little internet community, but like outside of that, no one knows who I am. And so posting vlogs is kind of the hardest way to get your channel exposed and out there. So if you have fun making vlogs, that is totally fine. You do you, but just don't expect to necessarily grow that way unless you're vlogging about like a super trendy thing or something. But yeah, if you're just having fun, then vlog away. My next tip is one that you probably heard a lot. I'm sorry, but it's true. And that is to be consistent on YouTube. Being consistent is so important because if you post like once a month, then the YouTube algorithm will notice that and won't push out your videos to others. Whereas if you post like, let's say 1 or 2 times a week, the algorithm will pick up on that and push out your videos more because they're seeing that you are active and consistent on the platform. I know that we all go through droughts of losing motivation, or at least I have, and I'm sure many of you guys have, and unfortunately that's just how it is. Most of us have times where we're demotivated and don't really feel like recording and editing videos, and that's okay, but just remember that the more consistent you are, the better it is for your channel. And a good way to help with losing motivation is connecting more with your audience. I read as many comments as I can, and like every day I will go through my comments, and if I'm not feeling motivated, I will read them all because they make me so happy and so motivated, because I just want to make more content for you guys, and you guys are so sweet. And so even if you have, let's say, like 2 subscribers and you get 1 positive comment, maybe that will be able to motivate you. And so it is so important to interact with your audience and make sure that they know they're heard, and just appreciate them. No matter how many subscribers you have, you should never take them for granted. My next tip is to not copy what you see everyone else doing. So if you see one YouTuber and they're making a certain type of content that is getting them like thousands of views, and you see like their channel is exploding, do not just take that from them and copy them, because if you're basically copying someone else's style because it's doing well for them, and someone who's already subscribed to them finds your channel, they might not subscribe to you too, because what's the point of following so many identical channels? Now, I'm not saying you can't be in the same niche as somebody else, because of course you can, but I'm just saying put your own twist on things and maybe have your own editing style, have your own personality. If someone else is super comedic, don't necessarily think you have to copy them to do well, and everyone grows differently. That's something that is super important to keep in mind. And so just because something works for someone, it doesn't mean it will work for you. So please be original with your content. It's totally fine to get inspired. Completely copying someone's entire channel theme is not fun. Nobody likes that, so don't do that. And my last and final tip is probably the one that I've struggled with the most, and that is having confidence. If you look back at my older videos, you'll definitely be able to tell how shy I am. This is probably like my 10th take of this video, because I just get nervous, and that's kind of how I am, and I'm still working on this, but confidence is key. Project your personality, put yourself out there. You have to have the confidence, otherwise you're never gonna start a channel. And I'm definitely still very shy on my channel, but I'm working on it, because the more you put yourself out there, the more you get back from it. So really want to start a channel, but you just are too scared to. You're missing an opportunity. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Those are my top 10 tips for starting and growing any YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys found this helpful in some way, and if you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. It really helps me out. And with that being said, I hope you have an amazing day or night, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye, pearls!